Hey, what's on, guys? So as most of you know by now, Telltale has just wrapped up their first season of the Batman series. So today I'm going to be giving you guys my review of the entire first season, spoiler free. So right off the bat, I want to say that this was a very different approach from Telltale in terms of creating a new story for Batman, while also trying to stay true to these certain aspects from the comics and other properties. For the most part, Telltale pulled it off. It's a very convincing new story with a great plot and a great set of villains for the first season. One of my favorite parts of this game was just how dark the story got at certain times. There are certain parts where you have to look for clues and stuff, and some of the stuff that you see there, it's really graphic content, and personally for me, that just strengthens the whole Batman story. It just shows how gritty and how dark his story can actually be. So I'd love to see more of that in the future seasons and episodes. Next would be the balance between the Bruce Wayne and Batman options. The game really gives you liberty to approach certain tasks as either Bruce Wayne or Batman. For the most part of the game, I chose the route of Batman, but it was also nice to see how Bruce Wayne's approach would play out in certain events. My most favorite part as approaching Batman wasn't always just the combat, it wasn't always just beating up people. It was the use of Batman's detective skills to solve mysteries and find clues. It's done quite well in my opinion, and I'd say it's almost as good, if not better, than the Arkham series. It just feels more organized and condensed, but at the same time it feels like it's developed enough to the point where it just runs so well. So I just love playing through all of that. One thing that I really liked about Bruce Wayne's parts was that most of us already know Bruce Wayne's backstory. His parents were killed and all the beef that he has with certain characters. But what Telltale does a really good job is, instead of you just watching or hearing the backstory over and over again, you actually live it in the game. You actually play through it. That's one thing that really sets this apart from previous Batman games, such as the Arkham series, is that in those we only get Bruce Wayne in like cutscenes, apart from very rare occasions where we actually play as him. And when we do play as him, those aren't like game-changing events. That's just like a thing you have to do in the game. So that's one thing that I really like that Telltale did, and that's one of the strongest pieces in the game too. It's just like the Bruce Wayne aspect of the game. Next was the gameplay, specifically the combat. They really pulled it off in an incredible fashion. They really stepped it up from previous games, included a lot more quick time events, and for the most part it was flawless, and it was just a lot of fun to play through. But like other games, Telltale's Batman series isn't perfect, and the Batman parts, in my opinion, are a very straightforward approach. Beat up some bad guys, get some intel, continue on through the story, and just do whatever else Batman does. It was really fun and all, but it's stuff that we've already seen before, so it wasn't anything super original. At certain times, it did feel as though the Bruce Wayne parts of the game, the Bruce Wayne approach, felt like it was also dragging on at certain times, but that gets by. I understand that they have to tell the history and all of that, but sometimes it felt like, just get to the point. Lastly, the one flaw that really affects the game isn't the feature that's actually in the game, but it's actually the engine that built the game itself, that the game is built on. It's poorly optimized, and it's buggy, and it stutters more times than it should, and sometimes it took away from the enjoyment of the game. So I really wish they'd fix that, because I remember when they first came out with the news that they're going to be using a new engine. They promised us, they're like, oh, it's going to fix all the flaws from the previous games that they had all the stuttering and bugs, but it went the exact opposite direction. It just created more bugs and more stuttering. So I really wish that they patch this for future games. But regardless, apart from all of that, Batman the Telltale series does an exceptional job as a new type of Batman game. Both playing as Bruce Wayne and Batman approaches just leaves us wanting more. Hope you guys enjoyed the spoiler-free review of Batman the Telltale series. If you did, remember to smack that like button, as always appreciated. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to see more content like this. I'll see you guys next time.